Baren Capstan Original Navy Cut, usually referred to as Capstan Blue. This blend is a composition of select ripe Virginia tobaccos whose citrus and grassy notes go brilliantly with the natural sweetness. A must-try for everyone who appreciates a good straightforward Virginia blend. Notes: originally produced by W.D. and H.O. Wills. Now re-released by Baren, according to the Tolkien estate. This was J.R.R. Tolkien's favorite tobacco. Brand Baren, blended by Baren, manufactured by Baren, blend type straight Virginia, contents Virginia, flavoring other miscellaneous, cut flake, packing 50 grams. Country Denmark, currently available. I'm liking this 4-day weekend. Truth be told, I could use more time off. Loving the weather, it's nice and cool. I feel tired, so the plan is to goose myself on enough coffee to where I'm bouncing off the walls. That's the plan. I hope all of you are doing great. Equally as well as I am, or better. I did a count yesterday because I wanted to find out of all the tobaccos I have open. So I've got like 41 reviews, I think, or 40, something like that. If you want to call them reviews, again, it's more of a digital tobacco journal for myself, and I just kind of invite you along, basically, and I usually babble and rant. I do feel a little guilty because some people do come into my reviews and expect that I'm doing more of a traditional review, and then often I break into a rant or I do something like that, and they're like very displeased with me. Someone came in, and they're not wrong for it, you know. It's just we all have different objectives. I'm not trying to grow a YouTube channel. I'm not trying to be a pipe guy. I don't give a shit about any of that stuff. I just like interacting with you all. I've made some great friends in this community that I truly care about, and it's just a unique thing for me. I don't take it serious. I don't care. But, I don't know. Someone came in to one of my reviews, and rightfully so, you know, he's got expectations, and I just break right into a rant. And I'm not even talking about the pipe tobacco until later on in the video. And I can't remember what he said. He didn't say anything wrong, but he was like, I pretty much left after 8 seconds. Bad way to start a pipe tobacco review. I mean, he's not wrong. That is a horrible way to start a tobacco review. But again, most people are not here for my expertise in tobacco reviews. You know what I mean? Like, I like watching reviews on tobaccos that I like. I just want to see, you know, what kind of an experience other people had. I've made up my mind. I don't need someone to help me. I don't need someone to direct me personally. But, I'd rather keep the people I have on my channel than attract more people that are looking for a specific type of thing, if that makes sense. And I don't like being a part of big circles, big networks. I'll never have time for any of you. Like 5, 10, 15 of you, that's plenty for me. Like, I don't... I just want to be my weird, quirky, little cantankerous self and just leave it at that. Like, I don't care. I like dragging you all along. Like I said, man, if I ever make pipes one day, I'd like to make videos on that. I'd make a lot more content on things if I were in my own place. A lot more content. And a lot of it wouldn't be tobacco pipe related, I don't think. Or tobacco related. Anyways, I counted all the open mason jars in my tobacco drawer that I haven't reviewed, and I forgot to count. On the way over here, I was like, was that 8 or 14? I think there's like 13 or 14 blends that I have in a mason jar that I need to review. What I do is I actually draw a little R, the letter R, and I circle it on my mason jar lid. That way I know I've reviewed it. So I can just glance at it. And I know which ones I've made a video of. I actually forgot 2 of them. I had to add the R to it. I had to do that. But I think I have like 13 or 14. And some of them are very well-known blends. That's why I haven't reviewed them. Like this one. And yeah, Mac Baren Capstan Blue it's an excellent, hands down, one of the best straight Virginias I've ever had. I think it's lovely. I think it's wonderful. I have about 2 years of age on this. It's been in a mason jar. I do think that's important because it does tend, I think it tends to age a little quicker if you've got it in a mason jar that's not, it has a little bit of air in it. And it's lovely. My only complaint about Capstan Blue is I think it's overpriced when compared to a lot of other amazing tobaccos. I think it's overpriced, but that doesn't change the fact that I think it's hands down a blow your socks off amazing friggin' straight Virginia. I think if you like straight Virginias, it'd be really hard to dislike this, in my opinion. Apparently I'm having problems keeping it lit, but it's almost gone because I started this video rather late. It's just Britty, and there's hints of like a honey or a custard, some kind of topping. And I don't know that if you go to tobacco reviews, it doesn't bring it up on the back of the can or on the tobacco review or anything, but I think there's something there. It could just be the way the tobacco works when you smoke it. I don't know. What do I know? But delicious. I do know that. It is excellent. Now, I should be receiving my clean ream today. My carbon cake removal senior tool. And I should be receiving my Brian Dorn pipe. I can't track either one of those products, so I don't know if it does that sometimes. Not worried about it. But I ordered them at the same time, and neither one of them are trackable. Like they're kind of trackable. I don't know. It'll probably be here by nightfall. So I'll have to do some kind of a content upload on those. The fact is, I need that clean ream. I've got pipes I can't smoke. I need that badly. And I've waited over two and a half years for an authentic Brian Dorn pipe, and I finally have one. Thank God. Found out Potter Piper was the one running behind my back buying all these pipes up. Bastard. I love him, but bastard. Potter Piper has good taste, what can I say? The father knows. He's got some damn good looking pipes, because he bought probably the two that I was like, wow, those are amazing. But I was lucky enough to get one. Now, the retro hail, when you first start smoking it, and again, I've got a couple of years of age on it, it has hints. It's not the most smooth retro hail in the beginning. I'm not saying it's harsh, because it's not. But it's so good everywhere else. And then as you get halfway down the bowl, especially when you get to that last third, it completely smooths out. And it's just those britty, I'm a sucker for those britty, delicious notes. I like that. Some people don't care for it. I love it. It's really good. And I will one day. I do think it's overpriced, but that's not going to stop me. One day, I will go to Smoking Pipes or somewhere else, and I'll load up, $250 worth and get a pound. And I want to be clear about that. I do think it's overpriced. I'm not saying you're wasting money by buying it. I think it's good. And if pipe tobacco happens to be a major part of your pastime, it's worth the money. I mean, it's damn good. I just wish it weren't so expensive. And there really could be a reason behind it. I'm just not privy to. For instance, I don't know why they don't sell it in bulk, other than because they make more money not offering it in bulk. And I'm not going to hate on a company for turning profit. It's the way it works, man. That's how it works. So long as they take that profit and they dump it back, I'm talking about a successful company, not a starving company trying to get their feet off the ground. If you're established and you're successful, so long as you take that profit, or a part of that profit, and you put it back into your company for R&D or for whatever the case may be, to invest in the quality of future products, that's okay. You know what I mean? That's okie dokie. What else was I going to jabber about? I need to try the Mac Baren Virginia #1. I've had the HH Virginia. I need to smoke that again because, I don't know, it was just super mild when I smoked it. It was like smoking nothing. And a lot of people like that stuff, and it's got me second guessing myself because so many people like the Baren HH Pure Virginia that I'm just wondering if I was having one of my moments. I have that. Which brings me to another topic. For me, when I like a tobacco, there's an enjoyment about it, but as I smoke that daily, it is always in constant flux. The way it lands with me in my palate. There's times it blows me away. It's like magic, and other times not so much. Now, there are some things that I do that are going to have drastic impact on the way I experience those individual tobaccos. For instance, I mean, truly, if you were a real stickler for just the raw purity of an individual tobacco, you'd need to have a pipe allocated for every blend. And that's not a bad way to go about it. It's not necessary, but like the last thing I smoked in this was plum pudding. It'd be one thing if there's going to be ghosting. So I'm not getting... I've smoked this many times, so I already know I like it. So it's not like this is going to affect this review. But the way that this tastes, the effect this is having on me right now is highly distorted by the fact that it's got some Seattle Pipe Club plum pudding ghosting. Trace elements of those things going on with this blend. The next bowl I smoke out of here, all I'll do is run a pipe cleaner down it with no solvent, and I'll kind of clean the bowl out a little bit with the pipe cleaner, and I'll tap it out. And the next smoke will be more authentic to the true Virginia taste. The third bowl, I'd say two or three, maybe 4 bowls. You're in on the same tobacco. You're getting what you would get if you allocated one pipe. I think if you allocated just one pipe for one blend. It doesn't take long for new carbon cake and for the new smoky tar and resin to coat the sides of your stem and your bowl to remove that ghosting. I think. I don't want to get ultra scientific about it. Obviously, aromatics are going to have a completely different type of behavior with the way it coats your pipe as opposed to an organic tobacco. But that's partially some of my problems, is that I smoke anything and everything out of all my pipes, with exception to aromatics. I got to a point where if I smoke an aromatic, which is few and far between, however, I did accidentally order some Boswell aromatics, not realizing they were aromatics when I ordered them. Outside the times I purposely ordered aromatics like cupcake and other things I ordered from Boswell's that I knew were aromatics. My point is, in the future, as I'm settled in my own place, I don't know. The question remains, like, will I go so far as to allocate an individual pipe for every blend that I permanently keep in my rotation? And I have to say, I don't think that's really all that bad of an idea. And I don't necessarily have to start from scratch, I don't think. As long as I took the pipes that I had and said, okay, from now on, this one's going to be plum pudding. From now on, this will be plum pudding barrel aged. This will be so on and so forth down the line. And there'd be an easy way to do that, just by tagging. Like, I like those little leather pipe holders. You can hang on the wall, and they've got the little pockets you can slide them into. What I don't like about them is that dust will get on your pipes. And not that I'm scared of dust, but the nice thing about the drawers that you can put them in, or if you put them behind in some type of enclosure, is you don't have to worry about the dust, which I think is one reason why a lot of people will flip them upside down on their pipe racks. Keeps the dust out of the bowl and what have you. Anyways, I've been thinking about this some lately. It just depends on where you're at in life. I think pipe smoking as a pastime is ultra nice, especially for those who are retired. Because I don't know about you, but I like cleaning my pipes. I do. And arranging your tobaccos and cleaning your pipes, much like cleaning your pistol. I like cleaning my Glock. Every time I've cleaned my Glock, I felt like that was a cathartic experience. And I just like taking care of my stuff. And working in the blue collar industry, drudging through the weekdays and after work, sometimes I'm just too damn tired to do a whole lot with anything, being that I have other priorities outside of pipe smoking. And I don't know. I think it's just easier to invest more time into the ritual of pipe smoking once you've retired. And I think it can be a very enjoyable pastime for that reason. Anyway, I'm going to smoke another bowl. What else do I have? Good Lord, I had no idea this video was going that long. Yeah, Mac Baren. Capstan Blue. I love the Mac Baren Virginia flake cut. I love the Capstan Blue. I think they're both excellent. If you put a gun to my head, I'd probably pick this one over the Virginia, but I don't think it replaces it. I have not tried the Virginia #1. Somebody recommended I try that recently. But see, just a simple little clean. Now, one thing I've come to understand, with the proper maintenance, you'll never have to remove carbon cake. I like the idea of not caring, and with the right tools and the right practice and the right skills, removing my carbon cake. You can buy those pipe knives that kind of have like a little, looks like an axe. I forget what they're called, okay? And after you smoke it, you can just go in there and scrape the sides. You know how I know this? Because I read this on Reddit on a review. And I've seen it on other videos. And I'm sure you probably know this too. But I'll go over it for those who don't. You can actually lightly scrape your pipes in between smokes. And then when you clean it with solvent, after you've scraped it, virtually it'll never build up. But for guys like me, back to this thing. For guys who are busy, and it doesn't matter if you're retired or not, it just depends on your disposition and kind of your own personality and what all's going on in your life. I do an awful lot of smoking on the way to work and at lunch, and I could carry a little knife with me and I could scrape my pipes, and that's not a bad idea. For instance, maybe if you have a pipe that you don't want to risk scarring the inside of the bowl, because perhaps you have cleaned out carbon in pipes and you never got so good at it that you feel comfortable with maybe an ultra expensive pipe or a gifted pipe. So there are workarounds where you don't have to actually worry about carbon buildup. But I still want to have the tools. And I don't really know that I want to chase. I don't mind it. I don't mind cleaning the carbon cake out. Me personally. So, that's a lot of babble. Man, the more I think about this Rinky Dink pipe stuff, the more I really, really want to do this. Now, Stovetop Piper was nice enough to offer me a block of briar that he had. And thank you for offering, brother. And I did turn him down, not to be rude, just because I'm not in a position where I can do any kind of hand carving right now. Because I'm not in my own place and my tools are in the garage in an inconvenient place to get to. And I don't want to, at least as of right now, try to make a pipe with hand tools. I want to do it right. And again, I may get cold feet because last time I looked into this, it was very intensive. But I think that'd be worth the challenge. But anyways, I did want to say thank you, Stovetop. You know, people always butcher my name, call me Rinky Pinky and Pinky Dinky and Stinky Drinky and all kinds of stuff. Here I am doing it, told Stovetop Piper. I already forgot your name. I apologize. But thank you for offering that. I just don't want to say, sure, man, send it my way, and then 6 months go by and I never made any kind of upload, which is probably what would happen. So, well, here we are. I'm loving this weather. God, I waited so long for cooler weather, and it's finally here. Thank God. I was gonna make some music today, but I'm too damn tired. You don't need physical energy. Let me say that again. I don't exert physical energy, but if you're going to make something artistic, it does require energy to have the emotional and the mental faculties to invest yourself into it, and it actually does require energy. And I don't know. Maybe later. It's very difficult with my little studio, the way it's all set up. I haven't really been able to give anything that much time because the ergonomics are horrific. I have to stand at my computer, and I just can't do that. I need to be sitting at all times when I'm editing and making music, and I'm a rinky-dink musician anyways, but my back hurts standing because I have stenosis and all kinds of crap that we all have as men that do blue-collar work. I would say, though, if you do get the Capstan Blue, if you never had it, it really is worth letting it age. You're spending that much money on Capstan, I'd put at least 2 years age on it before I'd ever pop a 10. I mean, Maybe if you've never had it, go ahead and pop you a 10, but let the other stuff age. You're spending all that money. And Virginias are just known for doing magical things when they age. But if I were wealthy, I'd buy, a bunch of those sleeves of Capstan Blue. I wouldn't it's not a waste. It's not a waste in the sense of it's too expensive. It's just a little too expensive for those of us that don't have money. I mean, how do you put a price on J.R. Tolkien? Delicious straight Virginia. I don't know. I'm going to shut up. Well, I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving, and I hope you have a great close to your Thanksgiving holiday weekend. I'll be sure to give you an update whenever I get my clean ream. I'll do a little video on that. I'll be sure to do a video on my Brian Doran pipe. I'm gonna go out here and take a walk after I smoke this. You all have a wonderful evening. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye.